Why you fear abandonment? Before we begin, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever become anxious when someone takes too long to reply to your message? Have you ever worried that someone you care about might leave you? Have you ever found yourself overthinking a conversation, wondering if you said something wrong, wondering if someone is upset with you, wondering if they are slowly pulling away? If you have, you are not alone. And more importantly, there may be a deeper reason behind those feelings. Today's video is about fear of abandonment, a fear that affects millions of people, often without them even realizing it. Many people think fear of abandonment means being needy, weak, overly emotional. But that is not what fear of abandonment really is. Fear of abandonment is often a wound that began long before your current relationship, long before your marriage, long before your friendships. Sometimes it began in childhood. Perhaps you grew up feeling emotionally unseen. Perhaps your parents were physically present but emotionally unavailable. Perhaps you were criticized more than you were comforted. Perhaps love felt unpredictable. Sometimes you received affection, sometimes you received rejection. And as a child, your nervous system learned an important lesson. People who love me may not stay emotionally available. Children cannot understand complex psychology, they simply adapt. And many children adapt by becoming hyper alert to signs of rejection. They become experts at reading people's moods. They become people pleasers. They become caretakers. They become the child who tries very hard not to upset anyone. Because deep down, they are afraid of losing connection. The problem is, those childhood survival strategies often follow us into childhood, any adulthood. I repeat, those childhood survival strategies often follow us into adulthood. You may now be an adult. You may have a job, a family, responsibilities, but part of your nervous system may still be scanning for signs of abandonment. This is why some people panic when becomes distant. This is why some people feel devastated when a relationship ends. This is why some people stay in unhealthy relationships far longer than they should. And it's not because they enjoy suffering, but because their fear of being abandoned feels even worse. Fear of abandonment can show up in many different ways. Some people become clingy, some become controlling, some constantly seek reassurance, some become jealous, some overgive in relationships, some tolerate disrespect, some lose themselves trying to keep the others happy, some do the opposite, some avoid getting close to anyone at all. Because if you never become emotionally attached, you never risk being abandoned. But neither extreme brings peace. Living in constant fear of losing people is exhausting, and building walls around your heart is lonely. One of the saddest things about fear of abandonment is that it often creates the very problems people are trying to avoid. When someone constantly seeks reassurance, their partner may feel pressured. When someone becomes controlling, relationships become strained. When someone sacrifices their own needs, resentment builds. And when someone avoids vulnerability, true intimacy becomes impossible. This is why healing fear of abandonment is so important, not just for relationships, but for your relationship with yourself. Because healing begins when you understand this. Your worth is not determined by who stays and who leaves. Read that again in your mind. Your worth is not determined by who stays and who leaves. People leave for many reasons. People change, relationships change, life changes, but your value as a human being does not disappear when someone walks away. Many people spend years trying to make themselves good enough so nobody will leave. Good enough partner, good enough friend, good enough child, good enough parent. But healing begins with when you stop chasing worthiness. I repeat, healing begins when you stop chasing worthiness and start recognizing that you were always worthy. Healing fear of abandonment is not about becoming cold. It is not about pretending you don't care. It is not about pushing people away. Healing is learning that you can survive disappointment. You can survive rejection. You can survive loss. And you can still remain whole. You can love people deeply without losing yourself. You can care about people without abandoning your own needs. You can build healthy relationships without living in constant fear. If this video spoke to something you have been carrying silently, please remember this. Your fear makes sense. There is a reason it exists, but it does not have to control the rest of your life. Healing is possible, understanding is possible, and emotional safety is possible. Take care of yourself and thank you for listening. Fear of abandonment is often just one piece of a deeper story. If you would like to better understand emotional loneliness, hidden pain, survival mode, self worth, emotional healing, my book may help you. My book name is Why You Feel Empty Even When You Are Strong. It's available on Amazon. Link is in description.